Yes, hi there. This is Michael. I'm the founder, owner, and the materials writer of the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT, and these comments are for Titha. And you made two different comments over at my website for my online TOEFL course. So let's take a look at both of these comments, and then I'm going to answer your questions by video right now. So in your first comment, you say, "Hi, Michael. I am planning to appear for the TOEFL exam soon. Actually, I am licensed physical therapist of New York State. As being a foreign educated therapist, to get the license of different states, there is a score requirement of the TOEFL. I had given the TOEFL 3 years ago. At that time, I got 70. Now I require a score of 90, including reading 21, listening 18, speaking 26, and writing 24. Alright, so that's your first comment. So first of all, thank you for telling me about your situation. Now what's interesting is you didn't say how much English have you been using between the time that you got the score of 70 up into the present moment. So we have to go back to 2009, and that's when you scored 70, right? So if you used a lot of English between 2009 to 2012, it probably shouldn't be that big of a deal. Now, if over the last 3 years you have only been speaking in your first language and not in your second language English, it's probably going to be more difficult. So it kind of depends on that one factor. Now, you also say in your second comment, "Hi, Michael, I am again. I also want to ask you, after the $35 a monthly subscription, if I will need your help to improve my speaking and writing. Will you be able to check my essays and give comments on my speaking, because I really need to score higher in those areas?" Yes, you better believe it. I mean, this is exactly why students subscribe to my service. They need help in the speaking and the writing areas. That's why, Tita, I have 50 different independent and integrated speaking practice tests. I actually have a VoxyPop group, a specific discussion group where you can post your responses online, and I will listen to them and comment on them online. I actually will do audio comments about your speaking. Like the speaking practice test, I will also comment on your writing practice test. So usually within 24 hours of having completed a speaking or writing practice test, you will get a score. You'll get some feedback. In the writing, I will tell you what your score is. I usually give you about a paragraph written feedback. I will also make some recommendations as to which lessons in my online TOEFL course you need to focus on to get better. So exactly, I will do that. In fact, if you take a look at my home page, and you look at the home page, let me go ahead and bring it up here for a minute. It does say on my home page, where it says, "Do you plan on taking the TOEFL this month? Improve your English by using the most comprehensive TOEFL course everyone is talking about." Right underneath that, there's a little chart. And under the pronunciation, speaking, and writing categories, Titha, you'll notice that you get feedback provided by an ESL language specialist. You will get feedback from me when you do your pronunciation, pre-test and post-test. You also get feedback when you do your speaking and writing practice test. So believe it or not, I do that. So it's actually a really good value for you. My service doesn't cost very much money, and you have a human being listen to and read your practice test. Okay, so let's go back to your comments. I think there's one more question I need to answer here before I finish this video. Okay, you do have a good question here. You say, "How long will it take me to reach my goals?" Again, it goes back to the variable. How much English did you use from 2009 to 2012, right? Okay, let's say this. Your score is 70. Generally, students who use my service, they increase their score between 5 and 10 points per month while using my service. So let's say you increase it 10 points a month. You're really diligent. You do amazing. it will probably take you a minimum of 2 months of using my online TOEFL course, I think, before you reach your goals. Now, I think your goal of 21 and 18 in the reading and listening, that's not a big deal, but, my friend, 26 on the speaking and 24 in the writing, that's where you're going to need a lot of help from me, and you're also going to need to study a lot of my lessons to break past those numbers. This is not easy. Now, my question is, I want you to get ready for the course here now. Now, I have a lot of material. I'm going to push you. I'm going to make you work really hard, but the reason you're working hard is so you can get the 26 and the 24 in the speaking and the writing, right? Okay, so let me give you an example. If you come to me and say, Michael, I want you to be my marathon coach. I want to run a marathon that's 42 kilometers long. Before we do anything, my question is, are you willing to do what it takes work-wise? You can't be lazy, right? So obviously, if you want to run a marathon, you have to do longer runs. You have to run 20 and 30 kilometer runs. That's not fun. Now, like training for marathon, studying for the TOEFL also requires a lot of effort on your part. Now, I think I can tell from the comments you're making here that you're serious. And remember, Tita, there's 3 basic things you want to do if you want to score high on the TOEFL exam. Number 1, you have to practice a lot. Number 2, you have to be motivated. Number 3, you have to practice a lot over a period of several months. In your case, probably 2 months, maybe 3. Remember here, after 2 or 3 weeks from now, when you're using my course, you cannot take a break for 3 or 4 days and then come back and start studying my course again. That's not good. You want to work on a day-to-day basis. You want to study my lessons. You want to take my practice tests. You want to do this on a day-to-day basis every day, 7 days a week for at least 8 weeks. Probably 12. 8 to 12 weeks, right? So if you're willing to work hard, my friend, I am willing to work hard. I check my email every morning. I go through and grade all of my speaking practice tests that my students have submitted. I also will read their writing practice tests that they have submitted at my site. I will also read and grade those as well. I'm ready. If you're ready, join my service. Let's get started. We can do this.